Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Swordflight. Okay, I should apply all of my stuff before I go down there. Alright. I'd really like to have a greater bowl strength. Anything. That'd be cool. Oh wow, they came out of nowhere. Why did they charge her? They couldn't even see her. That's frustrating. Well, I know that protection against death magic doesn't work on implosion. Implosion bypasses, I think, all resistances and immunity. Like, if you have magic resistance, of course, you can resist it like any spell. But there's no protection you can put up to make yourself just immune to its effects, should you fail your saves and resistances and whatnot. And I can understand why, because it's not like it's Finger of Death that's trying to sap your life force away or something like that. Like, it's quite literally just opening the ground under you and then dropping you in and closing it. Which is certainly more hazardous to your health. I'm just glad that Drown doesn't also seem to follow that kind of train of thought. Okay, actually, no, Zarala, you stay there. Air and water methods. Oh, oopsie. Okay, Bard Song, and then sit still for the time being. Don't want you running in and getting yourself killed. Okay, charge the water methods. Let's see if I can put them down before one of them tries to knock me down. Nope. Goodness, these things are around every corner. I imagine the number of monsters that, or elementals that we're going to be encountering will start petering out as I get further down. I guess it does make sense that the moment you close the... Or I guess it didn't really close. The moment that you end the elemental... What's the word I'm looking for? Disturbances being caused by the Savant. It wouldn't just send all of them back, and it stands to reason not all of them would have been only on his level and above. But these elementals aren't too strong, and I know that things in the Underdark get hairy, so there's probably a lot worse things. Have any other healing stuff? I got these. Alright. Okay, yeah, huge fire elementals. I don't have a problem with them. Although... just to avoid the little... oh, well, right. Forgot about how much of a kick that I don't know how I plan to finish that sentence. Whatever, fire elementals are annoying. You know, this game does a great job of, like, displaying enemies that are regular enemies, but seem so overwhelmingly powerful at the time you encounter them, or at least very dangerous. And then you encounter them continuously as the game goes on, and they peter out from being... I keep using that word. They go from being big, nasty, dangerous enemies to the fodder that the game throws at you to keep you busy for a little bit. Like, I remember fighting the fire elementals in Zakar's tower, and the huge fire elementals were actually a potential threat. You know, they... obviously, the weak fire elemental, they weren't that bad, and the weak fire elementals were easy to cut through. But the huge ones, if they bypassed my resistances, could dish out a decent chunk of damage. And it was a handful to deal with. Now they're kind of nothing. Okay, are we looking at earth elementals now? Still a fire method. I'll kill him. Not that. There we are. Because they will try to hold me. Or not hold, slow. Okay, let's see if I can't kill the rest of them without incident. Still a magma method over here. Of course there is, because this wasn't complicated enough. Another magic crystal. The last couple were quite interesting. I'm curious to see what this one's going to be. I wouldn't need, if it's another one of those, here's your selection of buffs, I won't need another one that, I didn't even use the first one actually, that would let me rest and give me a boost of XP. Because I now have the Savant's Cave if I really need to go somewhere to rest. I actually like being able to consistently hit them with knockdown. It's typical that the one thing I basically don't even have to worry about missing with it is the one thing it'll never work on. Or at least, you know, it'll never matter. They're so easy to kill, yet so tough that it doesn't make a difference. But because they're so easy to hit, knockdown doesn't really do me much good anyway against them. Not that it works more than like once in a blue moon, because they're huge. Okay. I keep seeing it says it absorbs 3 damage off of each swing, too. Or off of most of them. That's the extra bludgeoning damage that I get from Zarala's song. Okay. I think that's all of them. Crystalline outgrowth glows oddly, the result of some magic. You're unable to find a way to employ the energies. Azrala. Used to empower magic items, only very particular items would be affected. Whoa. Unfortunately, it could be used to enhance my cloak, however, increasing its affinity with air magic. She uses the crystal on her cloak. Not certain if you have anything to be improved by this as well. You should see some glow on her sense of emanation from the item. Azrala's cloak has permanent haste and a bonus to perform. I don't have anything that would benefit. Wonder what would benefit from that on my side. Okay, well, I guess she doesn't need these then, so if I find some better boots, I can replace them. Guess I'll keep my eyes open for an elemental object. Not sure. Path leads downward. We're going to be heading deep into the Underdark, a frightening prospect, rather exciting to be a part of an adventure in such fabled territory. There's so many stories told about that region. I'm quite nervous too. It'll be at least till we find a path out or solid information about where to look for one. I do have a few ideas about a song. It's helping to keep my spirits up. Really look forward to composing it. Some of the details have yet to be determined. Underdark Caverns. Okay. So now we're officially in the Underdark. This doesn't look suspicious at all. Defiled Shrine. Worn by a member of the Purple Dragon Knights. Usable by good of any kind or lawful of any kind. Well, lawful, neutral, and good. Purple Dragon Knights. Usually has a unique power to choose various useful properties for the ring. That sounds cool. Identified longsword. Journal being kept by an adventurer, who has now presumably been reduced to the skeleton on which it was found. Journal's author appears to have been a paladin, Purple Dragon Knight of Cormyr. Far from his home, from what you read in the journal, he lost... For what you read in the journal, he was on a quest to find and purify a long lost shrine to Tyr that at some point sank into the earth, was taken over, defiled by minions of the evil drow goddess Loath. Found a market where various denizens of the Underdark meet to trade with each other, a rare oasis of peace, however uneasy in the accursed underground realm. I was able to restock my potions, and by questioning various merchants, discovered clues that the shrine I'm seeking is nearby. A little way to the west, so east there's merchants. I have indeed found what appears to be the entrance to the shrine, just a little ways west of the market. Seems Loath will not surrender easily. I also found it guarded by a large force of driders and monstrous spiders. I prevailed against them, but the fight was a difficult one. I shall rest and assail it on the morrow. Attacked by Kuato while resting, but fought them off, plans for tomorrow unchanged. I assailed the defiled shrine filled with monster spiders and traps. Unfortunately, I was unable to clear it. As I pressed deeper in, a Bibelith emerged. I expect I could have defeated it if the unnatural powers of its claws had not destroyed my armor and shield. Without their protection, I was forced to retreat, badly wounded. I shall have to return to the market and again restock my potions, replace my armor. Tyr shall prevail in the end, even if it's not today. Large force of driders has taken position between me and the market. Hopefully I can defeat them without my armor. The last entry of the journal. That'd be a no. Bebeliths are the worst. You want to sing? Why do you still get singing effects and I don't? Great. No. Come here. Okay. Now I'm happy to kill. Hook Horror just casually out here casting haste. You know, I can't crit, but I don't seem to be doing it all that often. When I do, it hurts. Yeah, like that. Okay. So that's the entrance to the Lost Shrine. There's a climbable rock over there. The maps for this place is weird. It's hard to determine different levels of, like, where you're walking. Okay, there's nothing up here. So we've got a shrine with a Bebolith in it. Beboliths are horrible. They're real big, strong, nasty demon spiders, but the real danger of them is they can destroy magical shields and armor. Of every kind. Not just metal ones like a rust monster. This can't be good. Okay, kill that one. Okay, I at least don't have to worry about any webs they can cast, given that I am completely immune to that. And they're worth a lot. Besides, if there's any kind of creature that's unnatural, it's a Drider. Perversions of people and spiders. In typical Loath fashion. That one hurts. Okay, so there's boulders that seem to lead in. I'm not going to go through those just yet. You out of any good healing? I'll take it. I think she also has a Dove's Harp, if it really comes down to it. That thing should be loaded with uses. Okay, so the climbable rock looks like it leads up too, probably in case you can't or don't want to break the rocks. And then towards the market. Okay, so we're not going that way yet. Let's check out this climbable rock. I am rather dexterous. Ooh, yoiks. 3 Drider warriors. That could be rough. You're gonna keep them busy. I was hoping I would get like an extra round, maybe, of them trying to cast web and failing to do so, but it seems like they gave up on that plan completely. Now it does. Now when it actually is rather annoying. Ooh. Okay, well I should be immune to it. Phase spiders and wraith spider. I hate all of them. Let's focus on killing the wraith one first, I guess. It's undead, so who knows what it can do. Okay, poison. I don't have to worry about that. Ouch. Right, phase spider magic damage. It makes him more threatening. Right. Forgot about Fira's resistances. Want to heal me or something? Cool. So I can probably just have her disable most of this. The problem with certain higher level traps, like there was one that we encountered last episode, and it just straight up said failed. When, like, wow, he walked through me. When asked about, or not asked, when she attempted to disarm it, it didn't say, like, you know, normally it will say you succeeded, right, or you critical fail. Like, it has a different message. I forget exactly what it is. But it doesn't just say, like, failure. You get that message on knockdown as well when you try to knock something down that's size categories enough larger than you that it can't be knocked down. Like a giant, or a dragon, or a very large type of demon. You get that message for trying to disable traps, when those traps have a DC above like 35 or something. Oh, do I have to talk it out of the way? Yeah. When your DC is that high, or when the DC of the trap is that high, it's nearly impossible to get rid of it normally, and if you have enough pick locks, and you don't have a single level of Rogue, Assassin, or Shadow Dancer, I think, you just are not allowed to remove it, which seems dumb to me. Cool, that'll teach those boulders. How do I not have enough strength? I have 28. How strong do you have to be to move some boulders? I can lift 800 pounds. That's a lot of pounds. Ow. Okay, so we're in the Lost Shrine. Ragged remnants of what was once powerfully enchanted clothing, still retaining some remnants of its former power. +2 clothes. Don't really need that. If there's a Bebelith in here, that's probably what's left of its last, or one of its meals throughout the ages. Earned armor. I can use that. So ways to still have some decently enchanted armor without having to risk your good stuff that you go through all the work for. A ruined shield. Won't be using that anyway. Okay, disable that trap first. Okay, 3 phase spiders. Wonder if I can knock down a Bebelith. I'm 100% gonna try now. Okay, another gaggle of them over there. One of them's a Wraith Spider. Okay, that thing's hasted now, isn't it? It really is, yeah. I don't think they are. That does make it a little more threatening. Plus, it's immune to crits, which doesn't work out great for me. I think the phase spiders are technically worth more, but they do have more magical abilities and they teleport. Oh no, they're worth less, a little less. I thought they were worth more. Or are they all worth the same? I've just, for some reason, am completely wrong. Who knows? I'm gonna kill them all. Every spider in this place is gonna die. That's it. No, get away from that thing before it notices us. Please tell me it didn't. Okay, we're going to clear out as much of the surrounding area as we can without confronting it first. That way, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but if we have to do some sort of strategic retreat, that way we actually have a place to retreat to. Besides, you never know. This could be the one enemy that has an alarm call, 3 raid spiders, that summons up every other type of its creature in the area. Yeah, they are worth the same. 128. Zerala, your summoned Dire Bear is supremely useless. Okay, it drained 1 level of Barbarian. It's more slightly annoying than anything else. And given that there's more of them, doesn't seem much a point in wasting a restoration on it. Yeah, since we're already focusing on it, might as well finish this one off first. Bevelit's also, it's a devil, I think. It might be a demon. But it's not an undead of any kind, so it should also be vulnerable to big, nasty crits. I don't know if it can poison or not. Oh, interesting. Just a balcony. So Bevelit's next. Okay, I guess I'm gonna throw on that. I shouldn't need the rest of that. I guess this'll work. Let's see what happens. Big nasty demon monster. It's hasted. Okay, right, because it's an outsider, it's got its own little pile of fire protection. What did that just say? Spell's army takes heavy damage but resists being completely destroyed. Heavy damage in what way? Usual armor will be available again in the next chapter. Great. Okay, I'm just gonna reload. Her armor is very helpful to keeping her alive. I don't know why it would be okay by next chapter, but I'm not dealing with her armorless for an entire chapter. I don't think I did it yet. Yeah, it's gonna resist it. I don't think there's any point in trying to do anything different. No, it's too big, I think. I can't see that going through. So it's discipline that determines whether your armor gets melted or not. And while it does have a good attack, it doesn't seem to be overwhelmingly good. It's still missing a decent pile of those. I'm gonna use one of those. Didn't know I had a cure serious wounds thing on me either. Okay, so another part of that little pedestal looking thingy. Well, hey, Bevelith's dead. Definitely could have been a lot worse. Portal. Ooh, ouch. Portal doesn't seem good. This thing trapped? Doesn't look like it. Opened by a key or other special means. I do not have a key. Okay, can you disable this? Awesome. This is a tough door. Demons. Do you have an extra clarity line around? Nope. Alright, well, let's hope I don't need any. So far all I've seen, Vrox and Hezrau. Fortitude-focused monsters, not mind-based. And ones I can handle. Ooh, that's much worse. Yeah, please don't notice me up there, Mr. Glabberzow. I'm happy to sit here killing your minions for a while. I might be able to smash that whole pile of closets. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Alright, well, the Vrock can feel free to attempt to kill Fira. I'm pretty sure she's essentially immune to its attacks. It'll figure that out once she gets free and tears it limb from limb. Oh, but the Glabberzow spotted her. Maybe it'll waste all its good stuff on her. Like that spell. I can't knock them down either. I am fully aware of this fact. Ah, what did you just dispel from me? Okay, it doesn't look like it's anything too important. $170 for that thing. Yeah, a Vrock fighting Fira, that's basically just two people taking swings at each other, even though neither of them can hurt the other. There's a pillar here that seems to be... Fira's dead. Something must have worn off. Oh, no, a Hezrau spotted her. I thought I killed all of you. What else are we dealing with? More spiders in here? Man, how am I failing at these? I'm at 28 strength. And I still have immunity to death magic, right? Skill is still increased. I don't think that Dispel Magic removed anything except maybe a negative effect. Oh, Driders. That hurts. My goodness, did that hurt him. Holy cow. I gotta preserve this. This has been my lucky streak already. I just got like 4 crits in a row. Also, I'm getting 250 a kill? That must be because Zeral is out of range. But alive. When she's dead and you kill things, I think you earn less XP. But if she's alive and just out of range, then you earn a ton. Man, 255. That is so much for these things. They are decently powered. I'll give them that. it's trapped or something. Yeah. I've got enough hit points that traps they're kind of an inconvenience, but not much more. Which is super handy. Now, I don't understand the logic of making chests able to take 500 points of damage. I get that they want the chest to feel like it's scaling with you, but you would have to have an ungodly degree of toughness. Like, a big metal vault door I could understand, but at the end of the day, what's it benefit, right? It feels like it's more detrimental to the gameplay than anything else. What value does this bring to the game? Okay, well, we have a key, so maybe we can get into that little door now before we check out the portal. I don't see any more demons coming through, and if they do, I'll kill them. So I'm not overly concerned about it. Barring a Baylor or something, what's the worst it could be? I guess Nelfashreen, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. They're pretty gnarly. Not a big fan of them. Holy Warrior Armor +4, Large Shield +2, Half Blade +2. Another Dove's Harp. Greater Wand of the Heavens. Can't use that one. Here, more Dove's Harps for you. Altar's been stained with what appears to be some sort of bloody sacrifice. Many of the symbols have been scratched out or overwritten with others. From what remained, it was once dedicated a tier. Not much we can do about it. Take a cleric or someone like that to probably purify it. If we can't do more, we declare its monsters, find a bit of loot. Ooh, now that makes this worth it. Flaming Avenger. It's a Holy Avenger that does fire damage. Nameless Light. That's a cool weapon. Pillars releasing magical energy seems to be connected in some way to the nearby portal. In turn, the portal appears to connect to the Abyss, and it's presumably the source of the Tanari. And keep trying, Zerala. It seems the pillar is one of several that's keeping open the portal there. I suppose we must connect to the Abyss since there are demons coming out of it. If we wanted to close the portal, we would need to shut down all the pillars, but the others appear to be located on the other side of the portal, so to shut it down, you'd first need to enter it to find them. Luckily dangerous. Naturally, if we try that, the portal on the prime material plane should be shut down last, so it won't close while we're in the Abyss. Okay, so we're gonna have to go in and find the others and shut them down. Enter the portal. This seems like exceptionally dangerous business. Of course, there's fire lakes, because why wouldn't there be? Oh, and the pillars are protected with clouds of magical pestilence. It's fun times. Like my other jaunts through the Abyss, I don't intend to stay here longer than I have to. At least I'm not being constantly hurt every second I'm here. I see treasure. The demons wish to lure me. Alright, so one pillar's there, one's down there. Okay, and a fence. I would say that's an unorthodox way to keep intruders out. That's probably the most orthodox way you could keep an intruder out. I'm surprised the demons went with that simplistic of a route. Okay, there's the last pillar. They said there were 3 in here, right? Kept open by 4 pillars. Yes, some on each side. So we close down those 3. We can hop on the other side, shut down the one on our end, and that's it. There's fences everywhere. What's over here? Webbing. Well, given what we just fought, and what I know lives in the Abyss, I feel like it might be reasonably clear what's down here. You couldn't... Okay, her disabled trap skill is not high enough. Where are you going? Come here. Where are you walking? Stop it. Cast your Bard Song. Oh, lightning. It's not ideal. Just from... That's another one. Yeah. Here, take this out. Put this in. Okay, let's go kill it again. Use it still. Let's see if I can pummel him. I can't imagine it'll be stronger on its own realm than it is here. Well, it very well might be. Oh, this stuff has a worse dex bonus than my armor does. Thank you. That's painful lightning to strike, too. Like, this is absorbing over 10 damage each hit. Just for standing around this intensity to strike. Yeah, just for standing. Oh, whatever, I seem to be out of its effects. Zarala, I'm not so sure that she is. No, I think she's getting pummeled as we speak. Yeah, step behind these boulders. I think you're safe back here. Let me take a look beyond it. Still living creature struggles within the mass of rock. You know, it's really worth killing these things here, because when you kill a demon in the Abyss or a devil in the Hells, they stay dead permanently. They don't really care much what happens to them on the material plane, because you can't properly threaten them. Man, you can here. Succubus. What have we here? Immortal from the Primes, rescue me from that Bebelith. Lord likes to send such creatures to capture succubi so she can transform them into yokels. Quite unexpected. Good fortune for me, since I much prefer my current form. Imagine you like it too. Right. Why don't you let me reward you? No. Not going to let a creature of chaos and evil like you, offensive to the balance, live. Yeah, that works. Took action before she could summon aid. Typical that she'd try to bring help in. You can kill her. She's a durable succubus, my goodness. Okay, well, I see a tower. I'm not entirely certain it's essential for us to go in to complete our mission here. In fact, it probably isn't. Which just means we definitely should go in. Now just spiders again, really? At least I know the phase spider's not going to be draining stats or anything. Being immune to poison is pretty freeing. It's a very debilitating effect. It's not like disease where you can just let it go for a few hours with no issue. Poison works quickly, and it does gnarly stuff to you. How did it do that? Just turn around and insta-kill her or something? Yeah, you should have met your doom. How'd you even let that happen? How are you still poisoned? Just drink this. Aura of strange magic surrounds this forge. Looking within, you see a chest made of some dark material that's somehow held in midair amidst the flames. As you look at it, a voice emanates from the forge. By fighting your way here, you've proven your worthiness, and your reward awaits. Take the chest within as a gift from the Tanari of the Abyss. From it, you may take one, but only one of the items of great value found within. With an intuition or inspiration from some divine source is offered, despite its source is basically honest. If you wish to, you can acquire an item of great value, albeit tainted with evil. I think I'll pass. Chest melts away, runs into the fires of the forge. I just can't trust them. Spellcraft? Zerala. Cast a spell doing a significant amount of acid damage. Do I have any scrolls or wands of acid? Wand of Heavens. There's the sweeper. This thing has an acid breath blast that it can do. Can you use that to do it? No? You should be able to. Dang it. Okay, well, let's... I doubt I have anything. I'm still using an amulet of... No. Right. Do that. I mean, I think... Oh, right, I already used Storm of Vengeance anyway. What's this let me do? A Dragon, Fire Giant, Balor, Death Slaughter, Iron Golem. So no on that one. Doesn't look like I've got anything that can. Yeah. Oh well. Let's see what else is upwards. Oh boy. Take cover. These doors work. We should be able to find it. Try the other one as well. Look like they should go more or less the same place. But they didn't. Because of the abyss. Okay, kill this thing first. It's the only real threat up here, but man is it a threat. There we go. Okay. I'm not really that afraid of the rest of you. I must have rolled a 1 for you to get that thing on me. And Quasit spells, they're mostly low level, so they can hurt, like that one. Even if they do, it's not much. And I don't think they're that good at getting past magic resistance, which I have a decent amount of, so I'm not all that worried about them. I already used my neutralized poison. Well, if the disease progresses and does anything actually bad, I can just restoration it. Let's see where this one takes us. Come here. We have another Glabberzow. Okay, when split between us, it's not nearly as bad as it could be. Although it does still hurt a significant amount. Still don't think he managed to actually dispel anything with that. Yeah, you know, healing really should not be an issue at all for us. She has it, the Dove's Heart. She can just use that as often as she needs to. And wait a minute, doesn't it have cure diseases and neutralize poisons and stuff? Neutralize poison, remove disease, and restoration. Yeah, it does. But I can't command her to use it. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be a loot zone. This leads us somewhere else. Another section of the temple. We have to watch ourselves. Ooh, good stuff. Only be opened by more divine rather than arcane, sealed by unholy wards, dispelled by cleric power of turning undead. So, hard pass for me. Tome of Magic Lore, read that. Melf's Acid, we're going back down. Guide to backstabbing. Okay, where's that acid arrow? Here. Okay. You come with me, we're gonna go open that chest. Sweet. Did consume it, right? Yeah. Cannot rely on three-dimensional logic to apply in extraplanar realms. I don't even know how that would possibly work. Which I guess is the entire point. Are there healing kits in there? Yeah. I'm assuming this disease is far too strong. Yeah. Frozen Wasteland. Great. Now I'm gonna have to worry about keeping her alive in the middle of the ice. And let me guess. That's acid on the ground. Examine the tracks. But left by various Tanari, you notice that they form distinct trail leading to a specific point. You discover a secret door. Yeah, why not? Navasu. I still have Death Ward up. What's he gonna do? Look at me? That's actually exactly what Navasu do. They look at you and you die. Whoa. That's no good. How long does that last? Okay, an unnervingly long time. And that Navasu does not miss. Okay, so I have to actually make my saves. Please tell me this is not a mimic. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, those are +3. Another Stormcaller Rod, another Rune of Reinvigoration. More berries and the Nature's Balance spell that I never use. Okay, that's another armor class point. Those do anything different as well? I think they give Constitution, right? But that's it, yeah. And that's enough to put me over the edge. No, it isn't. Constitution's capped at 26. Why is my... I don't remember my HP being at 477. I thought it was like 450 something when it was maxed. Whatever. Okay, well I don't seem to be suffering freezing damage. Nope, there we are. Okay. Well, as much as I hate to do it, you're just gonna have to stay here. And not die. Those have not been used, so I don't have to exchange them. Okay. So sit still. Ability damage applied. What did that even hit? That literally did nothing to me. Yep, that's acid, alright. Pile of demons on the other end. Vrox and Hezrau, and a Glabrersau. Typical. And there goes my Bard Song abilities. Best timing in the world. Just as I'm literally about to fight a horde of angry demons. Bunch of ice muffins over there. That's just typical, and, you know, completely perfect. I hate them. But they don't have many hit points, so I can probably gun them down from over here. There's a lot of things over there, my goodness. Well, most of them are Vrox, Hezrau, and Ice Methods, I think, and none of those are that bad. But the fact remains, that's a lot over there. I hate that. I hate that so much. I'm gonna... Well, reloading would be somewhat cheating, wouldn't it? Because that'll drag her over. Whoa, what the? That's weird. Man, that one actually did what all the others could not. Escaped my visual range. Okay. Good. Now that they are dead, they can dish out more damage than any of the others, except for Glaberzows, just by virtue of their cold touch blasts from a distance. They hit so hard. I didn't pick up the loot. I hate the Abyss. I particularly hate the cold spots. Aside from the entire land conspiring to kill you at all times, it's overall not that bad of a place. Scarab of Protection +3, that's a pretty serious object to find in the ground. Okay, well this works out pretty good too. We have a nice open stretch that I can use to sort of herd my enemies a little bit, which wouldn't matter that much unless there's a Glaberzow, which I'm fairly certain there is. Because I heard something trying to cast what sounded like a magic missile. Yeah, while I was shooting Mephits. Well, that was not intentional. I'm pretty sure he can outrun me because of how big he is. Alright, this'll work. I notice I'm fighting like regular Vrox, regular Hezraus, regular everything except for the Glaberzows, which are especially the greater versions. Ah, he got it off. Of course he did. Friggin' ouch. Picked up these. I'd rather not end an episode in the Abyss, so I'm hoping this doesn't drag on too long. Even though I've been through all of these things, I do not have an extremely clear recollection of exactly what is contained in all of them. Because frankly, they all sort of run together. Which makes complete sense, given that the Abyss is, by its own nature, chaotic and destructive and the worst. It would be pretty hard to keep them distinct. Somehow, it does get worse the more that you do. It's looking like, hopefully, this place is pretty self-contained. If this just leads me back to the temple I came from, then I might be able to rush to all the pillars and deal with them. I imagine they're going to be guarded by more demons, but if it's just the kind of stuff we've been fighting, we can get lots of XP for relatively low cost. Typical. So where's this going to go? Back to the temple. Ooh. Ah, nope, that's trapped. Missionary boots plus 4, cloak of fortification. You know, you might be able to actually make use of those boots. Is this deflection? That's dodge. This give you a dodge modifier? Nope. Use them. Engraved into the door of the cabinet's a complex maze with an odd fixture at its starting point when you discover can be moved along the grooves. Assumed to open the cabinet doors, the maze must be solved, bringing this movable fixture through to the end. However, little experimentation soon reveals a problem. Once you get a little way into the maze, holding onto the fixture starts to cause you a strange, magically induced pain that gets worse as you get closer to the end. When the pain becomes too much and forces you to release your hold on the fixture, it'll shoot back to the starting point of the maze, forcing you to begin again. Concentration or discipline? 37, 47. Discipline. Yeah, I don't think I need to switch anything to have better discipline. Does this... No, it doesn't even give me any better. Sweet. That's just my regular ring. That is. Can you get one of those? Not... No. $16. I thought this was supposed to be more than the other ones. 21. It's given me less than all of the serious wounds ones did. Hold on. I noticed this one chest here, suspiciously, is not trapped or locked. Is this an evil explosive chest? Yes, it is. Get away from it. I was looking at the door for a second, thinking, am I going to have to get out of here through the stupid snow acid place I just came from? Because from my experience in the Hells so far, when you wipe out, or well, the Hells... Wait, this isn't really the Hells. My experience in the lower planes so far, when you wipe out a bunch of enemies in an area, and then leave for a little bit and come back, they all return. So I imagine if I go through that ice place again, they're all going to be right back. Rusted dagger and an old rusty ring. Typical. Now my game is just confused. And if you don't force it to make sense, this thing just collapses in on itself. Okay, and we're back. Cool, so we got a lot of treasure out of that, actually, including some really good stuff for me specifically. Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask you to sing again, and sit still, while I go out on a bit of a journey. These things are even weaker than the methods. Okay, so we have another squad of demons up there. Ow. Yeah, of course. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here waiting for it to go away. Can I just take what's here? Thank you. Stupid lightning strikes. And I hate those kinds of chests. The most frustrating things. Okay. So I think one of the things that makes these Glabberzows manageable... Oh, wow. Wait, these are regular Glabberzow, not greater ones. All of them are regular? They are. I mean, they're still more gnarly than most of these guys. Okay. Well, I should have retreated before he cast his first spell. Pretty sure his first spell is the one that's easiest to deal with. That one. Because it forces him to get into close quarters to cast it. Fortunately, that does seem to be Isaac's lesser Missile Storm, instead of the more powerful one. Which is ideal for me, because Isaac's Greater Missile Storm is a very powerful spell. I hate to have to tank multiple of them, if I can avoid it. Even though there are no slots, these Hezrau basically do act like them, on top of having the regular model. Hezrau are also very frog-like. Not that bad in general, but when they gang up on you, they can dish out a pretty hefty amount of damage in very short order. Interesting strategy for the Glabberzow to go around. But while he's out, I'll kill the last Hezrau. Oop, or not. Okay, now that's weird. Generally, if the computer has offensive spells to cast, it will cast them at its earliest convenience. And it will cast them repeatedly until they're all gone. Now, when an enemy's casting a spell, and you hit them in the middle of it and knock them out of it, they lose the spell as though they cast it, even though they weren't able to. He just cast Hammer of the Gods. After I'd knocked him out of it, he cast it again. The only reason he'd be able to do that, or should be able to do that, is if he has multiple of that spell queued up. But then the question has to be asked, why haven't they been doing that every time? Ouch. Pierce bolts of lightning tend to strike in the vicinity of the pillars. Plural, great, so I'm gonna have to deal with that on all of them. Okay, I noticed that this path... Does this connect somewhere? Fire stings a little bit, but it isn't too bad. No way up over there. There were some quasets up on this plateau. no, that's self-contained. This is something, though. Effectively warded. Lock appears to be perfectly normal. Okay. So this is a thief-only treasure spot. There's a Nabasu there. Another regular Glabrezow. Or a group of them, actually. Can you do something else first? See, I figure Glabrezows eventually become greater Glabrezows if they're allowed to live long enough and get strong enough, right? So this is really some preventative measures that are being done here that will benefit the entirety of, like, all realm space. Killing off as many of these things as I can before they have a chance to graduate. Yeah, I don't like that Nabasu. At least Nabasus aren't a very big size category, so I can use knockdown on them. Okay, I will kill them all, but does this just lead to the same spot? There's a path down. Okay, well, one of the pillars is over here, right? That's what they're all guarding. This isn't just for the little loot spot. Okay, this works. Draw out and kill the Nabasu on his own. For anyone who's not entirely clear on what a Nabasu is, they're basically, not basically, the main antagonist of the Durlax Tower questline in Baldur's Gate. Not the Demon Knight, the one at the very end. Aklatek. That demon that the cultists in Olgoth's Beard summon. He's one of those. And the death gaze thing he has that turns people into ghasts, I don't know why they made it turn people into ghasts, but that gaze is a classic Nabasu power. That's what they'll do to you. They're one of the more negative-based demons. And I don't mean negative as in they're just, like, bad or any... like, they use negative energy powers. Whoa. You gotta move on quick. That was kind of terrifying how fast he sprang into motion. Wait, my dexterity? Where's my dexterity going? My strength is already gone? Oh, and there went my constitution. Everything else is going to follow shortly. Man, how long have I been playing? I need to wrap this up. Oh no, not a swarm of quasits. Okay, well I should have another hour in game before the rest of my stuff wears off. Death Ward's the only one of those that is... well, I do like Barkskin, but I have a level 12 Barkskin I can cast from my bow, so I'm not too worried about that. One with the land, completely useless down here. Stone Skin and Elemental Protection's already gone. Death Ward's handy, but I have plenty of extra potions that I barely ever use, so I can subsidize that one. I don't have a bunch of extra Bull Strength and Cat's Grace and Resistance and whatnot. Pressed it. Cool. Yeah, I figure that door's the same as the other one. Okay, stuff's starting to wear off. Fortunately, while useful, None of it is 100% required for me to complete my mission here. Of course, the entrance is all the way on the other side. And my bard song's gone. Well, another cast should carry me through most of this. Another regular Glabberzau. Yeah, just another horde of demons. Okay, well, if all goes well, this should be the last group that we have to tear apart. And armor class drops a couple of points and everyone decides to go straight for the claws. Okay, I think I've killed all the Nabasu. There's one Glabberzau left. I did not expect him to chase me right away. Interesting. I only noticed one Hezrau, but there was a pile of Nabasu. Do they replace each other? They're both worth the same amount of XP. It's not a whole lot either. Poor frogs. You guys actually used to be a decent handful. You were never strong or like super scary or anything like that, but I'd see them and I'd be like, oof. I don't really want to fight them, but I guess I kind of have to. And now they just sit here getting hammered. Okay, well this is a locked door, which I absolutely believe is trapped. So I'm just going to hit it with every spell I've got, which is not much. Since I got a new Stormcaller Rod, I figure I might as well use, this one. All the way. How many uses does this thing have? Oh, it must not be adjusting its numbers. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a 2 now. I'm going to go ahead and replace this now. Put a new one somewhere? Yeah. Okay, well this chest isn't one of the trapped explodey ones, it's locked. Which probably means, yeah, it's trapped too. I've got 2 charges left, fire away. It is. Remember what order they were in, don't really care much. Switch over to fire, I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, well that was rough, but I think we handled it pretty solidly. Zarala, let's go. Cool. Well. There were a couple things I wasn't able to identify right. Most all of it I did. What's this? Flaming Avenger, plus 1d6 fire, but it's a Holy Avenger. Cool, cool. I think that was actually it. Oh, that's the purple dragon ring. Okay. Well, that was a lot. I'm gonna get some rest off screen, just because I don't care to have to go through all of it now. Okay, well, the Abyssal Portal is shut down, Lost Shrine cleared, it made some progress in the Underdark. All in all, that was a pretty solid episode. Lots of XP, lots of loot, probably convert that into lots of money as we move on. And that's going to be all for this one. So thank you all for watching, I'll see you in the next one.